Okay. All right. Well, shit. We're already there. I was looking. Eric, Vicky, Johnny, thanks for coming in. I moved the camera so it won't move. I apologize it being a side shot. Mr. Wombat, how you doing? Welcome to the YouTube version. I'm going to. I'm hopefully. Let me make sure that my sound is up, 100%, which sucks. I can barely hear it, but I'm going to make sure that I can have a call in. So I got that going for me. We will be talking. Um, there we go. Oh shit! I can actually do it here. Okay, cool. Well, I like the other version. Anyway, welcome to the show, and I can look at it, can hear you loud and clear. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, sweetheart. Love having you here. We are live on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, gosh darn it, I wish you were. My camcorder works great. Just need my YouTube channel started. Need 1,000. Yeah, we all need 1,000 subscribers, Johnny. So do I. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm glad you guys can hear me. If you're not here on YouTube, here's the thing. I'm gonna push the call in. We got the carrot bars. Before I push the number, okay, here's the thing. We got our asses kicked. Easy. We got our asses kicked. No two ways around it. But they were a better team. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I had it. It was okay. I mean, I only had one or two assholes, but there's and actually way less than New York. I will say this, and I know we got some people that are watching. You don't need any subscribers to go live on YouTube, Johnny. You just got to have a channel, man. Get yourself squared away. We're going to talk about it. I hope that I hope that we can have some people that actually call in. Actually, technically, Ruben, they got their ass kicked 3 weeks in a row, and I'll say because they barely beat the Bengals. So maybe two and a half, like 2.5 games. For 3 games they played like crap. Johnny, I don't know why it says you need 1,000 subscribers. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and I'm on. You might want to check that. You might want to check that. Okay, you were being nice. Well, thanks, Rube. Uh, I usually do my intro, but I guess my intro wasn't in tonight. But we're gonna. I'm going right now. If you want to talk about the game, call now 813-699-0834. 813-699-0834. Oh, okay. Okay, Mr. Wamba, you owe me a call then, brother, and thank you for subscribing. Okay, Johnny, you check up on it. 813-699-0834. I will take callers. No callers, I'm gone. And the reason why I say that is this. I have a flight at 5 something in the morning. Okay? So you do the math. If the flight's at 5 and you got to be there 2 hours prior, that makes it at 3. In order to get there at 3, I have to make sure that all my shit's there at 3, which means I got to drive over there. And it takes about an hour to get over there. So which means I got to leave here at 2. If I got to leave here at 2, that means I need to have all my shit ready, which will be done after the show. So I got to get my shit ready after the show. Jimmy Farrell, you're fine. I'm reading comments as well. Vicky, I'm very sorry about your funeral plans. My condolences to you, sweetheart. My condolences to you. everybody say a prayer for whoever you're missing, Vicky. I'm sorry to hear that. 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. Hopefully we got, we got 11 people watching, and Mr. Wombat's at work. Jimmy Farrell's voice is gone. And West Virginia Raider Nation, and who else? Okay, Vicky has a GoFundMe link, so anybody that wishes to help out, please do that. And for people that wonder, I do not post GoFundMe pages on my page. It's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't care, but everybody would say, well, you posted her GoFundMe, you posted his GoFundMe, and then I will have a bunch of GoFundMes, and then I can't be held responsible for making people mad that I'm not going to post their GoFundMe. I just want to make sure that people know. I'll let folks know, and if you wish to help out with Vicky, please go see her GoFundMe. But I can't do that, and I hope everybody understands, because I get requests for GoFundMes all the time, and I can't do it, because then I'll be playing favorites. It's like with the contest for the for who's going to go with me for the game. There's plenty of young ladies. There's plenty of my fellow buddies that want to go with me, so I'm not going to pick one and not pick the other. So the person that I'm going to take with me, there's a reason why. There's the young lady that sold her tickets, so to put her there are two young ladies that were going to, I think it was like a cheerleading course. She sold her tickets for that. There's another lady in the Pacific Northwest that is very into charitable contributions, and she's a finalist as well. There's a gentleman that says I remind him of his father, of her father, and that there's a story that goes with it. So that's that gentleman. And then there's a gentleman that was very heavily involved with his Raider organization overseas, and would come out. And I know I'll know the work he's did, but if I say too much more, then everybody will know exactly who it is. So I'll make that decision. I'll do it within the next day or so. I didn't realize this was going to be a hectic time to get out of here. And she is well deserving, Vicky. Please, if you wish to have Vicky out, please go to her page. I wanted Vicky to know. I wanted all you guys and gals to know why I don't do GoFundMes on my page, because then everybody will be pissed off if I don't push their GoFundMe. I think that you guys can understand that. Oh, got the recording to leave a message. It's not in there. Hang on, Jerry. I didn't see any calls come in. Okay, I'm doing it again. Okay, let's see about the settings. Pardon me, if you've called and it's not going through, I don't understand why. Trying to go to maybe phone calls. No, that's not there. There's settings. More. That's not what I want. I want settings. There's got to be a settings key. There we go. Okay. Jerry, you're in. The unknown caller. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait until Jerry's done. Jerry, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you there, partner. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. I'm doing good.
You're doing.
Outside of Raider football, I'm doing great.
Yeah, well, good to hear, brother, and thank you for calling in, Jerry. It's good to hear your voice, man.
No problem. Just a quick comment. I wasn't surprised about today. I'm not even surprised about the blowout score, even though, and I know statistically, if you look at stats don't always mean anything.
Yeah,
statistically, we beat them in the head.
Yeah,
Uh,
statistically, it
but
was a close game, and we won in a lot of the categories except for the score.
I mean, we controlled. Mahomes was controlled. He really didn't do anything outstanding. He didn't, other than that run that he made for, that he scored on. But other than that, I mean, he didn't do anything statistically.
Yeah,
Carr wasn't at his best, but I don't blame Carr. People are blaming Carr. Carr has no receivers out there. Who's the number one? I mean, he's lost Renfro. He lost Brown before the season even started. What pisses me off was actually last week, the loss to the Jets, who are not a good team at all.
yeah.
I saw the Jets play here. I saw the Jets play Miami, and the Jets are just not a good team.
And the Jets
And they blew us
lost
out.
today to Cincinnati, who we barely beat, and Cincinnati whooped them.
Right. Now, there's something, I don't know if it's in the preparation, in the motivation. I don't know, but there's something there that's missing, and I can't put my finger on it. Gruden, every week he says he's proud of his players. Well, when you get blown out 2 weeks in a row by a very bad team, the next time by a team that you really outperform in as far as stats, there's something missing. So I don't know where Gruden's coming from. I watched his press conference, and it just wasn't. He's always every week. I'm proud of my players. Well, don't be so proud of your players. Kick your players in the ass and get them to play.
Well, Jerry, I'm going to say now. Gruden will say that. Remember the old expression, praise in public, kick ass in private. So
yeah,
I'm sure that he's, because this is a very young team. I'm sure he's doing all the right things by doing the chastising and the kicking in the ass. He's doing it in the locker room. He's doing it on the practice field. I'm sure, because he's not stupid enough to say like Bill Callahan that we got to have the most stupidest team in the history of football.
Well, I'm not so sure, only because of the scores of the last 2 weeks, particularly the game against the Jets. If you're saying the right things behind the curtain, then the team should come out the next week, at least today, and be a little bit more competitive.
They should have
score-wise.
Oh, I agree.
So I don't know if he's really saying that behind the curtain. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I've got to say.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. I got to do a quick message. I was told I'm in my room doing a show. Can't leave right now. I have to pick up my autograph that I had from what is it? I can't remember the gentleman. What the kid that Abram. Gruden said today case defense was great. Yeah, Jerry, and like I said, I appreciate the fact that you called in, man, because we're all upset. But then again, like I said, okay, she can come by. Okay, 127. So I'm gonna get my autograph in there. Thank you. So Black Widow is going to come here and give me. Oh, she's on her way. So good. We might even have a special guest, although Black Widow is probably going to be busy. And Jerry, I appreciate you calling in as well. It's always a pleasure to hear from you again. My best to you, and I hope that you and Brenda and all the rest of the family is good to go.
Got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Same to you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks again, partner.
All right, man.
All right. Bye-bye. That was Jerry Lopez. Line is now open. Amanda's going to be coming in a little bit to drop off my Abrams autograph, which is cool. I appreciate that. So let me get the phone number up. There we go. Do that. Transition. Hey, there we go. Line is open, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. We do got some callers. I know Jared's going to call in. I know Eddie's going to call in. Mike Arline, I think, will probably call in. Thanks for the score, Vicky. Houston 7, Pats 3. There we go. Jared, you're on the phone. Up, Jared got in first. Jared, how you doing, partner? I'm gonna have to tell whoever the other unknown caller is. You're gonna have to wait. Jared, good to hear from you, brother.
Good, Captain Jack. How you doing tonight?
Oh, horrible. But
Yeah.
you know why?
Yeah, it was a very bitter pill to swallow today, no doubt about it. However, I mean, it was just very, very rough to watch. How I watched
Jared, hold it 1 second. I got to go to the door. Hang on a second.
Sure.
We got a special guest.
Thank you.
You want to come in and say
I
something?
can say, yeah, just real quick. So I
Okay.
gotta get back to sorting
Okay.
stuff. What am I doing here?
Got a special guest.
Hi!
That was Black Widow Raider. Raider, yes. And you want to give a quick take of of how you liked and did not like the game today?
It sucked.
That was short and succinct.
Yeah, alright. I'll see you later.
Hi, Amanda. Thank you for coming in, honey. That was short and succinct, and it put everything together. Thank you for Matt. I got my Jonathan Abram autographed pick, which was cool. Jared, don't worry. All this time, let's see here. Your call is not. You're not on the time yet. Okay.
Right.
So talk to me, Jared. What's your points today?
Well, I mean, the points were, I mean, it sucks that you have to lose to Kansas City in a very ugly way, however, but in a positive way, however, I mean, kind of positive, you want to call positive maybe, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I mean, the Steelers survived a scare, if you want to call it that, against Cleveland. I mean, they kept Baker in check in the second half. I mean, Washington's catch, however, early in the game by Duck, however, was just unbelievably good. I mean, it was just crazy the hell they showed it. But the Steelers were a little lucky today, however. Their defense bailed them out, however. Late in the game when they had to, Joe Hayden made the big play with a minute to go, however. But, again, there were some questionable calls about the game, but the Steelers still barely, and I say barely, keep their playoff hopes alive at the moment, however. I mean,
Jared, I'm gonna ask point blank, are the Steelers going to the playoffs this year?
They might squeak in. I hate to say it. Yeah, I think they just might get in. If they go 3-1 in these next four, yeah, I think they're going to somehow get in at 9-7. They're going to somehow kick in the door because there's no way they're going to catch Baltimore. And I've been hearing they're going to push that Baltimore game now. I mean, I've heard a lot of things. I mean, I've heard from 4 o'clock, however, from 1 o'clock to 4, and now from 4 to 8:30 because NBC might want to televise the game being a Sunday night after Christmas.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good game to watch, man. I mean, that'd get a lot of good eyes on the TV. That would probably be a good swing game for NBC.
Yep, definitely. But they got to go out to Arizona next week. However, we saw what Arizona did today. However, mind you, in fact, oh wait a minute, hold on a minute. Apparently now I'm hearing something different here. Hold on a minute. I just saw this on NBC because I'm watching the Patriot game. Now they're saying apparently the Buffalo-Pittsburgh game, I guess for 2 weeks, which is on my birthday, has now been flexed. Apparently now they're pushing it to Sunday night.
Okay.
So apparently the Steelers are going to be at a Sunday night game on my birthday. Okay, I did not hear this whole ordeal.
Well,
they're just on it right now.
Early.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. But, yeah, apparently it was supposed to be a 1 o'clock game. So now, I mean, unless they're going to change it again, however, between now and maybe tomorrow next week, I mean, we'll see. But it looks like now that game is going to be an 8 o'clock prime time game on Sunday night, however.
Okay.
So
okay.
That's 10 days before Christmas. So they got the Jets the week after that, Howard, New York. And then, of course, they're going to probably – they haven't said anything about the Baltimore game yet, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do now. We'll see what happens.
Well, Mike Sarah says the Bills are going to – well, actually, Mike, it wouldn't be the Bills kicking their ass because as a wild card team, they would go to – because the Bills are going to be that other wild card team. Let's be real here. Pittsburgh wouldn't play the Bills because the Bills would play one of the division champions, so they wouldn't play – the Bills until the AFC Championship game, which would be two wild cards playing each other. So I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll see.
Yeah. But like I said, they go out to Arizona next week. Arizona got embarrassed by the Rams today. However, they should win that game against the Cards. The Cards are nothing to really worry about. However, with the Bills game, after what Buffalo did to Dallas on Thursday, however, now this takes on a little bit of added pressure, if you want to call it that, however. So I don't know, but this is just very, very weird all of a sudden because, like I said, I'm watching the Houston game right now, however, and Houston just scored again. But now they're saying Buffalo and Pittsburgh game time, pre-show at 7 o'clock on NBC, and I'm like, NBC? I'm thinking, what the heck? And then it just hit me. Oh, man, they're pushing it to Sunday night now. So, yeah, there you go. So apparently there's now got another primetime game coming up in a few weeks.
Well, again, I don't wish ill will because that's not the type of person I am. So as long as your Steelers aren't playing the Raiders, I wish good things for you, you personally. I don't like your team, you know that.
Oh, I know.
It's like you said, you have respect for Raider Nation. I respect Steeler fans because they are very, very thoroughly staunch behind their teams.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, though, this weekend, too, especially after what Freddie Kitchens did on Friday wearing that T-shirt. And then the Steelers decided to respond in kind today to the Browns fans. And there was no real dislike from – I had a few people at the game today. It was pretty mellow, calm after the debacle 2 weeks ago. But a couple of the Steelers, including Marquise Pouncey, walked into the game today wearing free Pouncey shirts, believe it or not. Some of the players were wearing free Pouncey shirts going into the stadium today in Pittsburgh. Wow. And they showed it on TV. But, yeah, this was not a great win against a very somewhat decent Cleveland team. I call it that, even though Mayfield kind of really didn't do well in the second half. I mean, we got to him a little bit. However, the first half was a different story. But, yeah, the Steelers win an ugly game. But, again, they're still kind of on the outside looking in.
Okay, now, apparently, and I apologize, I was looking at the schedule. Apparently, you do play the Bills. I'm not sure if you play them in Buffalo or Pittsburgh. And,
no, it's here. Pittsburgh.
Okay, so it's there. So you think that you're going to beat the Bills?
I don't think we're going to, but you never know. The key in that game is going to have to shut down Josh Allen. Really,
right. Josh
Allen is the big key. We got to keep him contained. If we do that, I think we have a shot at him. But again, I mean, like I said, Howard, this is going to be maybe, besides the Baltimore game, maybe the one game I'm looking at right now that I'm saying that the Steelers better keep an eye on, because right now they cannot look ahead next week, however. Mind you, oh, geez. I'm watching this right now on the Patriot game. This is so hysterical. I mean, if you had NBC on, you'd be laughing. They're showing Gronkowski right now trying out as a Laker girl. Laker girl.
I saw the video earlier.
Yikes!
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh.
Hey, Jared, I didn't count the first 2 minutes, but you're up on it. Like I said, you're thinking that the Steelers do get in, and what? So you think the Steelers' final record's going to be 9-7 and they get in?
9-7, I think, yeah, because there's going to be some hiccups along the way. I mean, like I said, Buffalo is going to be a trap game, and without question, and that Baltimore game, that last game, especially what Baltimore did today to Frisco. I mean, no one's going to stop Lamar Jackson. He's too fast. He's too quick. He's too speedy. Okay.
Well, obviously, Jared, I appreciate you always being there, for being a stalwart and calling in. Thank you for the participation. We will always be listening to hear your take, especially when the Bills play your Steelers. We'll definitely hear your take on that one.
Definitely. I'll talk at you.
All right. Thanks again.
See ya.
All right, that's Jared. Line is now open. We do get our Steeler report from Jared, and, that's fine. Like I said, this is the Ask Captain Jack show. If you're going to ask me something, you're going to be in. Brady goes down. Wow. Is that just happened? Did Tom Brady just go down? I'm not watching the game. I didn't put it on yet. So, I'm not watching. Line is open, 813-609-0834. It's 9:23. You all have about, at most, 35 minutes to call in. Oh, it's a sack. Okay. I'm not watching the game. My eyes are glued to the screen. Because at 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed. That's just the way it is. Great barbecue. Don, I'm sorry to say I didn't get a chance to eat. I did have a piece of some type of like a butt, little chop thing, and it was given to me by a Kansas City fan. Really good stuff. So that was the one piece of barbecue that I ate today from a Kansas City person, and it was some good stuff. Mike Sarah, you're on the line. How you doing, brother? What's going on?
Oh, man. Not good. Not good at all.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
That was brutal. And you know what's worse, Mike, is watching it freezing your ass off.
Oh, I know. Isn't Kansas City what a suck ass town and a suck ass city, and I hate that place, man.
Yeah. Well,
I live in St. Louis, so we hate them.
The people aren't bad. By the way, 419 caller, you're gonna have to wait for Mike, Sarah. 419, you're on next, but hopefully you call back. Okay, go ahead, Mike. You're still on.
Yeah, no, I was just really upset about this game. I mean, I know this team is not a playoff team right now, and just going in there and performing like they did, it was pathetic and disappointing. And I just can't, unless we can ever beat the Chiefs, we're not going anywhere. Not only in our division, but in the playoffs, anywhere.
True. I mean,
if we cannot beat the Chiefs, which we never do. We cannot beat this team.
Well, remember,
and I don't understand why.
I'm going back, Mike. I'm going back. There were years where we would beat the Chiefs twice a year. There were years we beat them twice a year, and then Marty Schottenheimer became their coach, and they whooped us twice a year. And then it came back and forth. When now where Andy Reid, for the most part, owns us. But then again, Andy Reid almost always gets a bye week before they play us, when they play us in Kansas City at the end of the year. And they said the NFL is random in their scheduling. Bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not good. There's no excuse. I mean, it just was a bad game, and bad game by everybody. I know everybody wants to blame Carr, and it's typical. If Carr's under pressure, he doesn't perform well. I mean, that's common sense. And if you're a Raider fan and you watch this, you know that's what the case is. If he's under pressure, he does not perform. When he gets his protection, he does well. And I fail to understand why people don't understand that. It's pretty simple. Everybody's like, he sucks. He doesn't suck. When he has protection, he's a good quarterback. When he doesn't have protection, he has problems.
Right.
But, I don't know. I just, at the end of the game, they were clearing off the field, and all these players are walking around smiling and getting pictures taken. Washington and Mahomes, I know they played with each other, Texas Tech or whatever, and they're smiling. I'm like, you know what? Don't smile with these people. Don't smile. You shouldn't be smiling. There's nothing to smile about. You should be pissed. You should be walking off the field with your head down and just get to the locker room.
Okay, so again, I was trying to get out of the stadium. I started going up the stairs at the 2-minute warning, so I didn't see that. You're saying that the Raiders.
Well, it was on the game. It was it was on after the game, and they showed on the TV where all the players are coming out, at the end of the game and shaking hands and smiling and all happy. And I'm like, how could you be happy after a disaster like this? How could you be smiling? I don't understand how anybody on the Raiders team could be smiling after a shit show that we just watched.
Well, here's something, and you guys got to remember. And again, I'm old school. And the fact that when you had a game like this against somebody, you never shook their hand. You never helped them up. That's the old NFL. This is the new NFL.
I know. I'm old school like you.
And I mean, there are guys that kind of like the Mahomes, what's his nose from the Packers commercial. Hey, he's my buddy, and we got the same insurance agent. It's just the way it is, and it's not the way it was. So you kill them. Want to kill each other while you're on the field, but not even really in that mentality where you want to kill. You want to make plays, but in the old days, you wanted to actually kill the motherfucker.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine Lyle Alzado shaking somebody's hand and smiling after a game that they just got their ass kicked.
No,
I couldn't see that happen.
Don't happen.
And I guess I'm like you. I'm old school. I just don't like to see that stuff. Shake their hand if you have to. Shake their hand. Just get off the field. But all this bullshit, smiling, getting pictures taken with people, exchanging jerseys, praying, do all that crap off camera, because I don't want to watch it.
Gotcha.
I am super pissed. I absolutely hate Kansas City, and I'm sure 99% of the Raider fans do.
Uh-huh.
And I just can't stand to see the team win. I can't stand us to go out there and perform like we did. It was embarrassing. It was a complete joke. And I don't honestly. Everybody's like 8-8, 7-9. I don't know if we can win another game this year. I mean, I feel like Jim Mora. I don't know if we can actually win another game.
Playoffs? You're talking playoffs? We can't do diddly poo. You're talking playoffs? That's my impersonation of it.
Yeah, I honestly can't see us winning another game. I mean, if we think you're going to go out there and beat a team like Tennessee, who's definitely looking good out there, I mean, and, Jacksonville, hell, they got enough power to beat us.
I think that based upon how awful Jacksonville is and it being the last game in Oakland,
That might be our one
I
win.
really can't see that as a loss. I mean, if they go and play Jacksonville and lose the very last game in Oakland, there will be rioting in Oakland. There will be rioting in Oakland. But with Tennessee, and you're 100% correct. Tennessee is a damn good team. They have good pieces in, and
everybody laughs at Ryan Tannehill, but you know what? The guy can play. He can go out there and sling that ball, man. He can get that offense moving.
That's right. And I put it up. Yes, you can knock out Mike Sarah, who's in misery with me, pun intended. But again, the people that want to call in Raider Critique and Eric. So if you want to call in, now's your time. I'm listening to Mike, but I'll kick him out in a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'll let you go. I was just venting. I'm just very upset. I never take a Chiefs loss well. It just does not bode well with me at all.
I got to go to work tomorrow, because I'm flying in so early. I can actually go to work, and there is the biggest KC hawk that one of my supervisors, and I'm just going to say, hey, dude, I can't say anything. We got our asses kicked. I'm going to let you go there, Mike, but thanks for calling in, brother.
Sounds good. We'll talk to you. Bye.
All right. We go from Mike Sarah. We go to Nathan Gunn, Raider Critique. How you doing there, brother?
Well, I would be doing a whole lot better if we would have caught a W instead of the ass whooping that we caught tonight.
I got you, man.
But hey, what can I say about this team? I have been backing Derek Carr since day one that he was drafted. This dude comes out after the fumble, by the way, on the kickoff by good old Trevor Davis there, and throws 2 picks, one for a pick 6, and then we couldn't even move the ball down the field. I'm ready to rip my hair out, bro.
Don't do that. It sounds painful.
It does, and it is painful. I don't know if it's more painful to rip my hair out or more painful watching this team slowly learn or unlearn the game of football. I don't understand it. With you being a super fan and you showing up to all the games, have you ever seen us play this bad, especially during this season?
Well, first off, remember, I don't like the term super fan, but I accept the colloquialism. As a easily recognizable fan that's old school, I will say that. Have I seen the Raider team play like this before? Yeah. It was
last week.
Yeah, well, okay, other than last week. Yeah, I mean, and good pickup and pun intended on that one. Here's the thing. Remember in the what year it was? Okay, I was in the Philippines. It would have been the late '80s, where they had the games that they lost because Marcus Allen fumbled the ball at the end. They were like almost a playoff team, and they were either like 8-8 or 7-9 at the end of the year because the team just didn't have it. And by the way, I never saw it. I didn't see it because I was in the Philippines. And they didn't have the TV the way they are now, okay? But yes, I've seen a lethargic Raider team that couldn't get things done, and it was embarrassing. And it really was, going to work as a young sailor in the Philippines, seeing how they went from a possible playoff team to losing down the stretch. Yes, I've seen it, and then I saw it again in the '90s when they were 8-2. And then they went from 8-2. They lost Jeff Hostetler, and they ended up 8-8. So yes, I've seen it where they couldn't go out there and do anything. They couldn't do anything.
Well, what would you consider our first problem? Would it be the offensive coordinator? Is it our quarterback? Is it the defensive coordinator always running zone? Or are we just really lacking when it comes to talent on this football team?
Well,
because I don't even know how to put my finger on it right now. We looked so good at the beginning of the season, and we've fallen apart.
Well, okay, first off, I looked. The Raiders have not beaten a team this year with a winning record.
Yeah.
They have not beaten a team with a winning record. Now, and I quantify that because even when they beat the Indianapolis Colts, the Colts did not have a winning record. Now, the Colts now have a winning record, but when the Raiders have played any team, if that team has a winning record, the Raiders have not beaten them. Okay? So, and I think the Colts right now might be, they're probably 6-6 or 5-7 right now as well, because I think they lost today too. It's just the fact that the Raiders, like the Dallas Cowgirls, they have not beaten a team with a winning record as well. So we are a mediocre team. We are a 7-9, 8-8 team, just like I said at the beginning of the year. And they're not going to do any better.
And we're still 100% better.
Right.
If we make it 8-8.
If we make it 8-8,
I know. We've got to look at the bright
better.
side of things.
But we do need a number one wide receiver. I'm not going to mention that clown, pun intended, that was never a Raider, but that was supposed to be the dynamic that this team needed, and we never got that dynamic because the clown never played a snap for the Raiders. So he wasn't a Raider, but he was expected to be here. Okay. And
right, but
so
because we didn't get him, do we let the right? But do we put that on the coaching staff because we knew that we weren't going to get him after he decided to pull his prima donna crap? You know, should we have pulled the string in to get a dude like Calvin Johnson to come out of retirement? Maybe go pick up a Des Bryant. I mean, instead we sat on our hands. We let all these guys just basically rust of old age in free agency or in retirement when we know that they could have helped us.
Okay.
I mean, that's I'm trying to put my finger on all this because do I blame the coaching staff? Do I blame Derek Carr? I mean, Derek Carr has been absolutely cardiac the last 2 weeks.
Right.
Possibly 3 weeks, even when we won against the Bengals.
Right. Here's the thing. We don't need Des Bryant because he's not going to add anything. We don't need Megatron to come out of retirement. You know, I don't care what shape he's in. You know, you don't just get somebody off the couch a la Carson Palmer and start winning games with him. Okay, and I said that deliberately because Carson Palmer was sitting on his couch eating bonbons, and then we trade for him. Okay, and at what price, by the way, to go get Des Bryant not Des Bryant, but remember. The Lions still have the authority on the contract for Megatron. It ain't happening. Okay? AJ Green, maybe.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. We need a number one receiver, and here's the thing, though. Gruden doesn't like people that don't know the friggin' playbook. If you're going to get a number one receiver, okay, you need to get a vet that knows the playbook or will pay dividends for you. I like Terrell Williams, I do, but he's not a number one receiver. And in fact, I don't know if his injury has lasted so long that, and with he does have that plantar fasciitis injury, and the fact that he's playing is wonderful, but he's definitely lost 3 steps because he's playing hurt. He's not up to 100% capability, so we do not have a number one receiver. Okay, if they need a talent. They need to have somebody that's going to stretch the field, and as people are saying, we need that. But if we get a receiver in the draft, you better be aware and can pick up the offensive playbook because if not, that's a wasted pick. And it's unfortunate, but you get a guy like Ruggs out of Alabama or CeeDee Lamb out of I can't remember where CeeDee Lamb plays. I know it's in the SEC. These are dynamic receivers, but you need somebody of that caliber. But there's so many other holes to fill. We need another cornerback. And I don't know whether Isaiah Johnson is that cornerback or not. But we need another cornerback. We need some effing linebackers. We need another rush end. Okay. We need so many different things. We need another running back to spell Jacobs. We got a lot of holes to fill, and we have another year of free agency and another draft to do that. And I think with that other year of free agency and another draft at 2020, if this Raider team it makes it to 8-8 or even 7-9, it's going to take that other year of free agency. It's going to take that other year of the draft to do it. Their critique, and that's just the way I see it, brother.
Well, right. I mean, it brings up a lot of questions. Why didn't we get Marshawn Lynch to come back? We could have easily brought him back. He could have spelled Josh Jacobs superbly. Had him as a third down back. That would have solidified that. When it comes to wide receivers, A.J. Green is not happy. We could have made some moves. We could have pulled his card. We could have given them one of our 2 first-round draft picks to get him. I mean, I just feel like that if we were actually trying to win this year, we would have done a lot more to solidify the roster offensively and defensively.
Okay,
we started the year with 4 linebackers.
You said it yourself, though, if we wanted to win this year. I think there is a plan, and the Raiders are in doing the plan that they need to do, but they knew that the likelihood of going from 4-12 to a playoff team is hard. And I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go pick up that other caller.
Yes, sir. Thank you for answering my questions.
All right, they're always good to hear from you, Nate. That's Raider Critique. We go from Raider Critique. And who am I talking to at 419? Hello?
Hello, Captain Jack. This is Eric.
Eric, good. I'm glad you called in, partner. Eric, do me a favor. When you're done, make sure you text me so I'll put you in my phone. I'm not saying that your name will come up, but it'll be better if sometimes it will and sometimes it don't. But it's always better to have. And thank you for calling back. How you doing, brother?
I am doing good. Would be doing a lot better if they had a win.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you said you wanted to call in and you had a lot on your mind. Well, talk to me, brother. I want to hear what you got to say.
One thing I've been wondering is, ever since the AB deal went through and we gave up the draft picks for him, what's going to become of that? Is that deal going to be null and void, or what's going to happen with that?
Well, the deal has already been done. We gave up those draft picks this past draft, and so that we've already been fleeced out of that. Now, whether the NFL will give us some compensatory picks, or if they will do something when they figure out if AB, and I will just say that person because you did talk about him specifically. I can't stand talking about that asshole. But if there are things that happen with him and they find out that there was a plan by that person along with his agent, somebody might say that the teams that were involved need to give up some of their draft capital. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but as of right now, that deal is done. The draft picks have already been blown. We didn't get them, and that's just the way it's going to be.
Right. That is unfortunate.
Well, Ruben is saying we got those picks back. Ruben, I want you to say on that. I don't think we got those picks back because those picks were from the last draft. Go ahead there, Eric.
Yeah, and that's a shame.
But yeah,
we're just not
they're gone.
We're just not looking like the team we were, when we had the win streak going. But like you were saying earlier, we weren't playing teams that had a winning record either.
Yeah, and such is life, man. You're only as good as your record indicates, and like I said, the Raiders are a 500 team. Realistically, right now it's 6-6. Like I said, 100% improvement for this team is 8-8. And people are bitching, well, we should be this, that, and the other thing. Well, play. If you're that good, then you need to play about that.
I mean, considering all the drama, the injuries, to have a 6-5 record is actually pretty remarkable.
Well, it's 6-6 now.
Well, 6-6, yeah.
I mean, we need a lot of youngsters to come in. We still need some free agents. We've improved immensely, but people are just chomping at the bit, saying that we're going to be so much better. No, we're still a year away. And like I said, that is if we have a superb draft again this next year and we get the right free agents at the right price. Remember, folks, they're a free agent for a reason. They are a free agent for a reason. If they're so great, people are going to keep their soon-to-be free agents, unless they want too much money or they're drama. They are free agents for a reason. So don't always come stock on we need to get a lot of we need to get some good, reliable stockpile players that are in fact free agents. But don't count on winning the AFC West based on one draft or one free agency period. I think we're going to be a lot more improved this next year. But we got to see who we acquire. We got to see who we draft.
Very true.
Anything else there, Eric?
No, that pretty much covers it.
Okay,
But-
well, I appreciate you calling in, brother. I've seen your name, and I said, hey, I'm glad that you actually contributed. Like I said, text me your number, and I'll put it in my phone. And this way, occasionally, people will call in, and their name will show up. And this way, I can go saying, hey, we went from this person to the next person.
I will definitely do that.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for participating, partner.
No problem. Good
right.
talking to you.
All right. Take care. Thanks again.
Ah.
All right. Bye-bye. That's Eric, who was watching, and he's going to text me his number. Yes, we have made some trades. We have gotten some more picks back. But again, as far as the picks that we gave up, we gave them up. We gave them up. They're gone. Now, if the NFL finds that it was some bad, I'm not going to say juju because their juju is a part of the Steelers. Now would be a bad pun. If the NFL finds that there was some bad crap going on with that clown and his agent, they might make the teams that such as the Patriots, where they were angling to go forever. Maybe they can get some picks from the Patriots, or maybe they can get some stuff out of them. West Virginia Raiders, I think he means Conley. He with trade with Houston with Conley, we got some picks back. He meant Conley. When I saw that, I was going to comment on that. Yeah, Worley's still on the team. Worley is our other cornerback, but he was thinking Conley. So there's that. NFL won't side in our favor. I know, Don. I'm just saying, one of these days, maybe that crap will happen. Maybe one of these days. We got about 12 minutes before I got to start getting my shit together. And I do appreciate the participation. And we do have a caller. Thank you for calling in. Who is it? It is, an 813 number. 813, who am I talking to?
We do have a caller. Thank you for calling in. Who is it?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Captain, this is Red Russ.
Hey, good to see you there, Russ. Good to see you, brother. And make sure that you text me your number as well. So I thought I had you in my phone. Is this a new number for you?
Yeah, well, this is the same number, but I guess somehow we've gotten since the last time I called you, maybe you had an old number, but I'll make sure I text it to you.
Okay. Well, again, sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't. But Russ, good to hear from you, brother. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I gotta say we gotta pump the brakes a little bit here. This Raider season's been marvelous. Roller coaster ride. We started off with a crazy schedule, but we're playing on a bunch of rookies here, and we got some glaring holes. And even though everyone was throwing out the P word, in the back of my mind, I said, we've got some young players, and we've got some holes. We need a side-to-side linebacker. We need a shutdown cornerback and a number one wide receiver. And, of course, we're all waiting for Jonathan Abrams to come back, next year. That's the key. Once our defense has to be more developed. The great Raider teams over the years are absolutely defensive-minded. This way that it actually will get the offense going as well. I'm frustrated. And, of course, the other thing is penalties. I mean, that's ridiculous. When we had, 8, 9 penalties at one point, and Chiefs had 0?
Well, the Chiefs ended up
absolutely.
Chiefs ended up getting 0 penalties, and the Raiders had 13, from what these people are telling me.
Oh, that is that is absolutely shocking. Of course, again, that shows you the difference in coaching between the two squads. You all through the season we've been having a high amount of penalties, and penalties is you might as well just give out an extra touchdown to another team if you're giving them that many penalties. Too many opportunities to score.
That's true, man. Like I said, but I know the Raiders are going to get screwed. Okay, yeah. Said West Virginia Raiders said 12 penalties for 99 yards, 0 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Even that one penalty that would have taken that touchdown back, they ended up picking up the flag, which was horseshit.
Yeah, absolutely. But we, the rule when the silver and black takes the field, we're playing the other team,
and
8 out of 10 times we're playing the referees to boot. So
that's right.
The only we got to do the best we can to keep our nose clean. But some of the, offsides, some of these infractions, false starts. Of course, we know when you're going to have that situation on a very noisy road game, and I've been there. That's a crazy place to play for a road team. But still, that was way too many penalties, and that is a coaching issue.
Yeah, and but again, we got a young team. I mean, like I said, if you look at our roster, the amount of players that we had that have maybe 2 years of experience. I gotta say, 2 years, 1 year, and rookies gotta be at least 2/3 to 3/4 of our team.
Absolutely, Cap. That's what you're building on. I mean, Maylock and Gruden keep saying the foundation. Absolutely, foundation. All great organizations have to have a solid foundation. Of course, we got our growing pains. We got into a little bit of a winning streak. People are dropping the playoff word like it was nobody's business. But the bottom line is really what we're doing is we're building for the future. I love to see the Raiders make the playoffs while they have the last season in Oakland. But in reality, we're really building a team for Vegas. And, and it's also being in Vegas and the tax advantage of being there. You're going to get some quality free agents who are going to want to play for the Raiders in Vegas because of where they're going, the foundations that they're building. Unlike years past that no free agent wanted to go and play in Oakland because of crazy coaching or just the way that there was no foundation on those franchises. So I'm still very positive for the future. And of course, being a Raiders fan, I want it now, but I also realize, I want to see us beat the Kansas City. I want to see us beat the Patriots, the Steelers, the Cowboys, any team in the National Football League. I want to know that before the game starts that we're going to go onto the field and we can beat that team. Unfortunately, going into today's game, I didn't have that feeling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I actually had a feeling that we were going to play better, and I was wrong. I thought we were going to play immensely better. But unfortunately, I was wrong, and it showed up in the most important stat, which was the scoreboard, 40.
That's right.
40 to what? 9.
40 to 9. Yeah. But let's go back home. Let's win the 2 at home, and the key is that we got to win 1 or 2 on the road, and we only have so many games up on the schedule, but we have to, of course, one thing nice is when they go into L.A. to play the Chargers, that game's going to be filled with an awful lot of Raider fans.
It will be, and I appreciate you calling, Russ. I'm going to go get that other phone call. Appreciate you calling in, and make sure you do it again.
I will indeed. Take care.
All right, that was Raider Russ, and we go to the 304. Who am I talking to at 304?
It's me, Cap.
Oh, okay, Tommy. I can hear from the voice. How you doing, brother? Again, unfortunately, your name's not coming up, even though I have it in there. So again, apologies there. Talk to me, Tommy Beard.
There is something a lot of people have not noticed, and I've noticed it since he's come back off the IR.
Okay.
That Gabe Jackson's a liability. He is being pushed around. He is being bullied around. I don't know if the age is getting to him, if it's all the injuries are starting to get to him. Now it's time to move on from him.
Okay, well, technically he wasn't on IR. We kept him on the roster without that IR, but I understand what you're saying. When he came back from injury, because we deliberately didn't put him on the IR because we didn't want to have that as one of the people that we wanted to call back. So basically, we had him on the 53 the entire time, and we were playing shorthanded. Gabe has not been playing up to his up to snuff. I don't know what it is either. I'd have to see what the cap hit is on him. But remember, you know, the Raiders might go back and readdress that as well. Mike Arline is saying that Denzel Good is better. Well, we might see that next year. We might have Denzel Good come in for Gabe Jackson. And by the way, Richie Incognito is playing well, but how long are you going to go with a gentleman of Richie's age? I don't know how old Richie is, but I think he's like 37 maybe. Or maybe I'm wrong, but you know, he's definitely on the high side. And always good to hear from you as well, greater critique. So yeah, we still got those holes that people are looking at that we need to address. And you know, right guard might be the one that we weren't thinking of, but yeah, Gabe hasn't played as well as he has in the past. But we got.
Like I said, I'd bring him in next year, see what happens, because like I said, it could be that it's the injuries. Maybe, I mean, you never know. I mean, it happened to Donald Penn.
Yeah.
After a while, Gabe's been hurt. These injuries are starting to, maybe just like Donald Penn, these injuries are starting, and it's the same thing. Yeah. You injure your legs or you're injured in feet, and being a big guy, it puts a toll on you faster.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know.
Yeah. And by the way, I gotta ask, if you like what you're seeing, please give some thumbs ups down to the YouTube channel. So, I get some positives for the review. Apparently, you need so many thumbs up to have a good rating as well. I'm definitely gonna allow that the Olsen issue. I'm definitely gonna allow that on. But yeah.
I was gonna say it before. It's time to move on for Greg Olsen. It's time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you who I wanted OC.
Who?
A lot of people may not want this, but I'm telling you, I want him because he's not a head coach. He is not a head coach. It's been proven. But he's one hell of an OC.
Jay Gruden?
I want Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
Look what he did. Look what he did at Cincinnati.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, Jay Gruden.
Cincinnati has not been the same. Cincinnati has not been the same since Jay Gruden left. Andy Dalton's not put up the numbers. A.J. Green's not put up the numbers.
I agree. And like I said, I think that's going to happen. Whether it's definitively written on the wall. I don't know what Greg Olson's contract status is. Somebody might have to go and find that out. I don't know what his contract status is, but But
when you go nine fucking quarters, and I'm going to count 10 because Kansas City didn't play that last drive. You could tell.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not even counting the last touchdown. I'm going 10 straight quarters. We have not technically we have. But have not scored before the one we scored until the second fucking quarter of Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's way too long with the.
Come on.
We don't have an all-star team, but we got some good players on offense, and we're not doing anything.
We have no true number one. We
true.
do not have a true number one, and everybody want to bitch and whine. Oh, Clark can't get to throw the ball. Clark's got to do this. Who the fuck's he supposed to throw it to if nobody's open?
That's true.
Seriously, who the hell is he supposed to throw? Who do you want him to throw it to?
Well,
who? In the 2 picks that he threw, you got to give the respect to the defense.
Well, the one pick was
the Honey Badger. He read it.
Right.
The Honey Badger read it.
That was
the second one.
Right. That was a.
They knew the ball was going short because they know we're not going to throw it deep.
Yeah,
the safety read it.
Yeah, but wasn't there like a defensive pass interference on that? It looked that way on the replays that I saw on TV on the
Well, I
screen.
mean, they barely touched Williams and he fell. And that's another thing. Williams is soft. No wonder the chokers let him go. The dude is soft.
Well, I agree with you there, Tommy. Tommy, I'm up on time, man, because I definitely I
Well, just one real quick thing, and you can go.
Okay.
Since when is that all of a sudden now they start changing these pass interference calls now? They've done it the last, 2 weeks now. And since when does the booth change a call down and say you need to check a pass interference call?
I don't know. I mean,
And the funny thing is, the pick that Mullins had, the ball was being thrown to Hill. Hill stopped running his route.
Yeah. Well, I agree, and I'm going to get off. I'm going to get Ruben on for a quick second, and then I'm going to go. Tommy, thanks for the call, partner. It's always good hearing from you, brother.
You too.
All right, that's Tommy Beard. Ruben, I hate doing this. I got to give you a quick hook, man. Give me your best in about 3 minutes because I'm already over on time and I'm tired.
Captain?
Yes, I'm here, partner, but you can't.
I've been listening to everybody been saying.
Okay.
Okay, so say we had a number 1, we had a number 2, number 3, whatever, right?
Right.
Who the hell they're going to throw it to with the way he's calling the plays? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here because I've been thinking this, and I've been thinking this from the last, since we played Cincinnati, even before that. Is Gruden really trying to win? Or is he sabotaging and calling mediocre plays so that Carr looks like shit, but not really look like shit because it's not really all on him? I'm looking at the stats right here. Waller had 7 recorded passes thrown to him.
Uh-huh.
Washington had 3. Moreau had 1. Jones had 2. Angola had 2. Doss had 1. Carrier had 2. Williams had 1. Richards had 1.
Uh-huh.
Now, you compare those stats and go back to the Chicago game. Now, where the hell does the play calling go from there to there? I think they're doing this shit on purpose. He's not calling no good plays. Look at the formations. And like the last caller said, you got to give respect to the defense because why? Andy Reid ain't playing around. That guy on defense, their defense coordinator, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, it's
Is Gruden just guessing, thinking, hoping that,
yes.
we'll run the ball here and there whenever we can with Jacobs. We'll run them more than we should on certain downs, on certain situations, whether it's long yardage or short yardage, and we'll hope one of the guys downfield will get open. We didn't get no separation at all. Waller wasn't getting separation. Moreau wasn't getting separation. And that's why I keep saying the play calling. Everybody keeps saying Carr sucks. Well, we know he sucks in cold weather. We know he sucks. Well, shit, any of us played quarterback with those plays, we suck too. But people are not seeing that. They think Gruden's doing this, Gruden doing that. If Gruden's so damn good and the offensive coordinator is so good and the defensive coordinator that we have is so good, then how come these guys are not doing better? I'm seeing teams right now in the league that suck, but they play better when it comes to how many plays are getting downfield, whether it be on offense or defense. Look at the Jets. They made us look like crap.
Yeah.
Yet they lose to the Bengals, who got their very first game.
Well, Greg Williams is a very good defensive coordinator, and Steve Spagnuolo, who is the coordinator for the Chiefs, he's a very good defensive coordinator as well. We've gone up against two really good defensive coordinators, and they've done a good
smart.
job.
They're going after our weakness. They know we don't have a number 1 cornerback. We don't have a middle linebacker. That got taken away from us earlier in the season. We got Whitehead. He gets offside, flag gets thrown, and you still go after the quarterback? They're saying, oh, maybe they didn't blow a whistle. I don't care if they blew a whistle or not. You know better than to hit them like that. We gave them, I don't know how many first downs, I think like maybe 4 or 5 first downs that they didn't earn. We gave them those because of penalties that we caused. We have a lack of discipline on the defense, okay?
That's true.
You're right about one thing. Gruden might be chewing their ass in the locker room, on the practice field. Whatever he's doing, it's not working because it's not resonating come game time onto the field. These guys are making stupid play after stupid play after stupid play. And we know we're a young team.
Yeah.
They cannot have 10, 11, 12 penalties against them, 2 picks, and think that we're going to still win. I expected them to at least put up more than the points that they did. Did I expect to win? No. Am I surprised we lose? No. Because did I see a change in the offense and the play calling? No.
Okay.
So am I pissed off? I'm not pissed off like a lot of fans are. I don't know why they're getting mad for. What did they expect? We're going to go in there and blow them out? We couldn't even get past the Jets. You said it yourself. We beat the Bengals, but we didn't play good.
Yeah.
The best game we had, and I might be wrong about this, but it was one of the good games we did have, was the Bears game.
Yeah.
They played aggressive.
Yeah.
They played smart.
Uh-huh.
Even with the bad calls against us, did you see when you can overcome that when you play good? We haven't been playing good since, and the play calling hasn't been there. I don't know what Gruden's doing, but if with that last caller and the caller before that, you guys were talking something about them focusing on Vegas. Well, if that's where the focus is right now, and it's not in this season, then this team was never meant to go to the playoffs. It was never going to get there. If they keep thinking about Vegas, I thought they were playing for now. You know, they're supposed to play week to week. I don't give a shit about Vegas. Vegas ain't till next year. And that's even if the damn stadium is ready by then, because if not, they're going to have no choice but to stay in Oakland again. Okay. Another season.
Hey, Ruben, I all good points. And again, I didn't want to say I'm not going to listen to you. I gave you your 5 minutes, brother. But I'm definitely.
It's the play calling though. Well, you see the plays. You've been to the games, Captain.
Yeah, it's part of it, and I will give it to you as well. And again, thanks for calling in, partner. It's always good hearing from you.
Have a safe trip home. Go Raiders.
All right, thanks again. And that's Ruben, and that is my show. And again, if you're watching, please give me a thumbs up on YouTube. This way I have a decent rating for the shows that I have. Make sure that you are telling other people about the show. It's always good. It's always good to hear from you. I enjoy being here. I enjoy being on with you. And I enjoy the inner communication. Thank you there, Raider Critique. I appreciate that. Share us on Twitter. That's great. It's great hearing from everybody. And we will be back next Sunday. I ain't going to the game. Thank you there, Rube. Appreciate that. Next Sunday, I am not going to go to the game. I will be home. I will have a show immediately after the game against the Titans, and we'll see what's going on, because that is a make or break game, as they all are. You need to beat the Titans to even entertain ideas of that P word. You don't beat the Titans, it's gone. Hey, I appreciate all the folks that are being positive here. Get the word out, man. I like being here, but I want to make sure that audience is bigger. I want people to know what's going on here. I like what we do here, and I like the input. And again, thanks again for all the positives, the likes, the shares, all the things that was good to go. Tennessee's going to be a tough game. I will be back on this show next week for the show. So everybody look for me after the Tennessee game. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to get all my shit and I'm going to pack it up. And then I'm going to bed, because I got a headache too. And it's definitely from all the things that are going on. Y'all take care. Thanks for joining me again. Hit the likes if you can. Appreciate all the positive thumbs up. Get the word out. And we'll see everybody next week after the Tennessee game. Take care, everybody.